What's going on, collectors? Welcome into Ross Loves Cards. As you can see from the thumbnail today, I'm going to update you on some binder progress. In the video, I guess it was my last video of last year, I said that I'd started a binder. And I got the inspiration from Double D. He had 48 iconic cards. And I wanted to make a binder of my 48 kind of favorite cards, but cards that kind of fit what my collection is or what I want my collection to be. So I took, I don't know how much time, several hours, and then I've been editing it as I go along, but I picked out 48 cards. And I put them out in the order, what I wanted on what page and for what reasons, and, you know, my justifications for all that. And I put quite a bit of time into it. I know it's not perfect. I know it's going to change a card here and there. But, you know, we've got to start somewhere. And I think I mentioned in that video I had like 30-some cards left to get. Maybe it's 32. I probably should have looked that up before I started talking about this. But I've got several cards left to go. And I said I made the goal of picking up 4 binder cards this year. Well, it is January, and I'm going to show you the first one I picked up. It is this 1967, okay, it is a 1957 Dodgers Sluggers. It's card number 400. It is in an SGC 6, and I just love this card. You know, it's got 4 Dodger greats on there, 3 Hall of Famers, and then the Redding Rifle, Carl Furillo. I think it's just a good-looking card. It's a good picture of all of them. You know, I thought about if I wasn't going to have this binder, I wouldn't mind having this card with, you know, all of their 1951 cards, you know, in a like a display. But I guess 3 of their cards are already in this binder, so we're just going with the binder. But I never forget, I've got this binder together, you know, and I thought, wow, it's coming along great. I'll show you all how it's starting to look. If you can give me just a second to readjust. One thing about binders, for me, they are a little bit difficult to show. But here's my first page. See, I've got these 2 up here. I've got 2 more I'm going to put down here that I haven't got. Kind of call this the haymaker page, if you will. I really, you know how I like the 51 Bowman, Campy, and Dobie. I'd also like to get, and that's my favorite set. Second favorite set is a 53 Tops, and I would want to put 2 53 Tops down here. I'm wanting to get the Satchel Paige and Jackie Robinson for 53 Tops. I'll show you a page that I do have complete. This is kind of my PC page. Of course, it's got Erskine, Rowe, and then Verdon, and then Maris down there. I'm not going to collect all of Maris. I've talked about that before, but, you know, the other 3, I want pretty well all their cards I can get. I'm saying I'll get all of them, but I'm going to see how far along I get. And anyways, you can kind of see what I'm going. If I don't have the card I want there, it's left blank for when I get it to put one in there. And, you know, I worked on this, I don't know how many hours, planning on what cards I wanted to get, what cards I wanted to put in there. My wife got home, and I tell you what, I was excited for her to get in so I could show her this binder. She kind of started flipping through pages, and the more she came through, she says, "So you're just leaving those spots blank. Why don't you just go ahead and move them all up and put them all on one page and the other page?" And me and her had to have a sit down and a talk about this. I said, you know, this binder right here, this is the Ross Loves Cards Dream Binder. I said, if I was building you a dream house and we was building the living room, we didn't have money for a fireplace. I said, you wanted a fireplace, but we didn't have money for it. I said, would you leave that spot blank where we could add a fireplace later? Or would you want me to put a toilet there just to hold its place? Because we don't want it sitting empty. She says, that is the most silliest reasoning I've ever heard. And she's probably right. But, you know, that's the thing about the Ross Loves Cards Dream Binder. I may just start calling the Dream Binder. You know, my dreams change from time to time, but I can set it, dream it. I get enjoyment every time I get this thing out and look at it. It's a whole lot easier to get a binder out and find a card than it is to go and get my shoebox out and take it out and then find the card that way. I know you're thinking, well, Ross, that's not that tough to get to. Well, you're probably right. But I do love this binder. I was thinking earlier, I thought, you know, I'd like to have all of my cards just bindered where I could just flip through and enjoy. By the way, if you're thinking about one of these binders, you have to be careful, especially with PSA. The folder. The slab will slide out of the top of it, so you can't just throw it around and pick it up the wrong way, or you're going to be throwing a fit if you're anything like me. But other than that, I love how easy it is to look at. You know, I look at my cards that are in here a lot more than I did before, just because it's so easy to slide a binder, open it up, and look at it. But I was just making this video to show you the card that I had to update and let you know that we shouldn't let people like wives kill our dreams. No, I'm just kidding. I really hope my wife listens to this so she can hear that portion. I think she knows I'm kidding, but I do hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you all got a dream binder or dream project, dream case, whatever you're working on. I hope you're out there pursuing that and enjoying the process. Thank y'all. We'll see you the next time.